Everything does work if you let it in your heart. Hey, welcome to the second hour of our 80s time here at KPPC, where all week we play hits of the 50s, 60s, and 70s. And for our special time here on Saturday nights, the 80s. So looking back, what were some of those hits? Well, this week we're looking back at #1 hits from this moment and years ending in 0. I almost picked the number 4 since today is 4th of July, but since my birthday comes before next Saturday and I was born in 1970, let's see what I have. So for the 4th day of July until the 10th day of July 1950, the #1 songs were the Third Man theme and Nat King Cole's Mona Lisa. July 1960 brought us Connie Francis with Everybody's Somebody's Fool and the Hollywood Argyles with Alley Oop. July of 1970, when I was born, we had the Jackson 5 with the Love You Save and Three Dog Night with Mama Told Me Not to Come. Well, I did actually come kind of early, so anyway. All right, July of 1980, when I turned 10 years old, Paul McCartney, Coming Up. Yeah, I was getting, 10 years old. All right, July of 1990, I turned 20 years old. And the #1 song was the New Kids on the Block with Step by Step. Yay. All right, July of 2000, I turned 30 years old. Enrique Iglesias, Be With You, and Vertical Horizon with Everything You Want. Then we have July of 2010, I turned 40 years old to Katy Perry and Snoop Dogg singing about California Girls. All right, and so here we go. I'm getting ready to turn 50, and the #1 song currently in the country is by rappers DaBaby and Roddy Ricch with a song called Rockstar. And I want to know, besides #1 singles, what also were the #1 albums at this moment in time. So for the 4th day of July 2020, here we go. In July of 1950, the South Pacific soundtrack and Doris Day with Young Man with a Horn. July 1960 brought us the Kingston Trio with Sold Out and Terry Schneider with Percussive Persuasion. July 1970, when I was born, we had the Beatles' Let It Be and the Woodstock soundtrack. All right, July 1980, I turned 10 years old to Billy Joel's Glass Houses. July 1990, I turned 20 to MC Hammer, Please Hammer, Don't Hurt 'Em. July 2000, I turned 30 years old to Eminem's Marshall Mathers album. I turned 40 years old in July 2010 to Eminem's Recovery album. And now I'm getting ready to turn 50 years old to a rapper named Little Baby with My Turn. Maybe. Now here's a song from a #3 album in 1986 from the album Invisible Touch. Here's Genesis with Invisible Touch here at KPPC. I enjoy reminiscing about other entertaining features of the past too. So what about the movies that caught our attention back in the day? Well, we're keeping with years ending in 0. Here's the top grossing movies from the 50s on up. In 1950 brought us King Solomon's Mines, Annie, Get Your Gun, and Cheaper by the Dozen. 1960 we had Spartacus, Psycho, and Exodus. 1970, the year I was born, we have Love Story, Airport, MASH, and Woodstock. 1980 brought us The Empire Strikes Back, 9 to 5, and Stir Crazy. 1990, when I turned 20 years old, we have Ghost, Home Alone, and Pretty Woman. I turned 30 years old in 2000 to Mission Impossible 2, Gladiator, and Castaway. That was, wow, that was 20 years ago. Okay, 2010, I turned 40 to Toy Story 3, Alice in Wonderland, and Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. And this year, at this moment right now, I know the year's not over, so... But anyway, currently the top movies are Bad Boys for Life, Sonic the Hedgehog, and Doolittle.
Happy birthday, Grandpa Dave.
All right, they say it's your birthday. Well, it's my birthday too, yeah, and it's almost going to be Tom's birthday the next day. All right, well, my 50th birthday is happening in 6 days. Well, sadly, the day before our next radio broadcast, but on the day of our next radio broadcast, it's going to be Tom's birthday, but I'm not going to tell you how old he's going to be. But, okay, so the things I want to do and places I want to travel to take off my bucket list to celebrate making it to 50. That's supposed to be a big year. I share my birthday with the state of Wyoming, July 10th. Look it up. So I would love to go there and visit the Devil's Tower, featured in the movie Close Encounters of the Third Kind. But I am also only 3 states shy of having been in, one way or another, all 50 states. All I need now is Alaska, New Hampshire, and Vermont. If I could find some way to visit those 3 before I turn 51, that would be so awesome. All right. Hey, just think. I spent last Saturday in the house. I think it was the 4th of July. Or at least I wasn't all by myself. I had my wife and my son with me, and I thought about my daughter and family too, because they're the reason in my life. They're the inspiration. They bring meaning to my life. They're the inspiration. Such a hard habit to break. And I would love to see them if I could go on vacation again, because vacation's all I ever wanted. Vacation, I have to get away. I don't know much about the summer of '69 because I wasn't born yet, but I do like the Bryan Adams song. But it's summertime and the future for the next couple months is so bright, I might have to wear shades. Because like Katrina and the Waves, I feel like I'm just walking on sunshine. And now, I'm getting ready to walk right out of the studio, but I'll be back again next Saturday with more cool 80s music and reference for you. Until then, just try to be excellent to each other, dudes.
Happy birthday, Grandpa Dave.